Hey everybody, happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? Um the storm is coming in and I'm super stoked about it. So if you see me looking over here, often it's because I'm being a nebby neighbor, but tonight if you see me looking over here, it's because the clouds are just so good. The clouds are so good and the storm is coming in. So hi everybody. Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Fox. I'm sprinting here tonight on behalf of the Heart Breathing's writing community, and we'll be doing 2.5-ish hours of sprints tonight. We'll do 25, 25, 45, 25 at least for sprints tonight. Sorry. The storm is going to start immediately right now while I'm talking. I know this. We had these amazing storms this morning. It was so, I love storms. Like I don't know. If I didn't have a job, I would probably be one of those storm chaser people. It's like chasing, going around trying to look at stuff. So we had really good storms this morning. I was actually like it was still going, it went on for like several hours, and it went on during when I was on Mel's sprints this morning before I went into work. And Mel was like talking and asking something, and I was like listening, and then I was going to like respond in the chat. And then there was this thunderclap that I thought it took out a transformer or something. It was so loud. And Layla and I both just were like, like, there's a dog outside barking. Okay, now I was being a nebby neighbor. So typically when I'm looking this direction, being a nebby neighbor. Tonight, looking this direction, watching the storm. Yes, I have my window open because I don't know. I need to feel the emotion of the storm and the rain. Husband's going to come in here and be like, why is your window open when it's raining? But until it starts coming in like sideways and coming in the window, I need this. I need this to feel and touch. Any of my other nature goths, is this how you feel? You have to feel the emotion of the storm out there. So how's everybody doing? What are y'all working on tonight? Did we all recover from Double Down Day? I did not really participate in much of Double Down Day until my own sprints because I was working yesterday. So I did also work today. We only work 6 hours on Sunday, so it's not quite as bad. But I'm very tired. So I think we're going to hit the Alani earlier rather than later. So anybody who was here last night, if you were keeping score, I had that Alani at 10 p.m. and I was definitely asleep at midnight, at noon. No, I was at work at noon. I was definitely asleep at midnight. So we didn't have to worry. I was concerned about having it that late, but it was all good. So let's see who is here. Hello, Lynette Sparkles. Hello. Hills is here. Hello, hello. Rita's here. All right. Got some familiar faces. Good to see everybody. So we're going to get into our first sprint in just a couple minutes here. Let me get my timer up here on the other side. So I am planning to actually, brace yourselves, sit down before I tell you this, right tonight. Yeah, that's it. That's right. I'm going to actually work on my stinking book. I know it doesn't sound real because, excuse me, hold on. My timer is messing with me here. Because I've been saying it for so many days and then I haven't been doing it, but I'm going to do it. I am so close to catching up. If you were following, I was catching up my like journaling in my bullet journal. So the first 25 minutes, I'm going to work on this because I'm so close to being caught up. And then I will actually have one thing done and caught up. And then after that, we're going to write. Okay. I said it. I mean it. I'm sticking to it, y'all. If you see me after sprint number 1, not writing, throw a chicken nugget at me, okay? Because I need it. So Hill says, got proofreads back from my editor, so edit's also tired. Yeah. I don't know if it's because it's like Sunday or it's because like I don't want to deal with the emotional truth that it's August and we're 1 month further through summer. But I'm worn out emotionally and physically right now. So let's get into it. So let's do 25 minutes on the clock. Let's get up our timer here. And I'm gonna wait to have my Alani until the second one. Okay. Be some amount of restraint here. All right, let's get our timer up. Oh, here comes the rain. I can hear it. Okay, I'm gonna get some good writing done in this Beautiful storm outside. All right, 25 minutes on the clock. I will see you all on the other side. All right, everybody, that was the end of our first sprint. How did that go for you? What'd you get done on that one? There we go. There's my face. I did get a couple more journal entries, so I am caught up to, I have July 29th, 30th, and 31st. I have 3 entries that I'm behind on, and then I will finally be caught up, except that I was supposed to do August 1st today. So, but I made a promise that I'm going to work on my book, so I'm going to do that. I think the storm has passed us over already. We got like half of a thunderclap. Like, come on now. I need the stuff that Snoopy would be like sitting on his little doghouse writing about. That's what I need. Okay. But it was a lot of rain. We do need that. And I know that's how I know I've become an old person, because I say things like, we needed that storm. We needed the rain. But it's true. Like, we really do. So anyway, so I got a lot done on that. I am going to get a little treat for this next one, and I'm going to start writing. So let's see what you all did here. Melissa says, "Hey Fox, booping the like button, letting folks on my live know that you're sprinting since I'll be wrapping up at 8. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I much appreciate that." She said, "Hope everyone's having a good evening." Rita says, "Finished editing a chapter of about 1,900 words. Need to add some details from a different chapter." That's awesome, though. That's like a lot. That's a lot of work to get through. Miss Layla Grace has entered the chat. Anyway, very good job, Rita. Hill says 17 pages of, my goodness, y'all are flying tonight. Y'all are getting so much done. Okay, I'm gonna edit stuff, right? So I'm gonna get out my here's what happened. What had happened was I have my little, I make one of these every quarter. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, the glare here. It's my Creativity Regatta notebook. And this is the Summer of Chalet. It's like the 3rd summer of Chalet. We keep having summers of Chalet because I keep not finishing. The book is finished. The 0 draft is finished, but I keep, I don't know, dragging my feet and not doing other stuff. And then Sarah will put out a video and I'll be like, those are the things that I'm doing. Why does she know? Why is she in my head and knows the things that I'm doing? Because I'm anxious about trying to finish my book. So anyway, so I'm gonna do my little plan in here, what I'm gonna do today, and then I'm gonna get out my pages. Okay, so what had happened was I went to work on this on Monday, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down because if you are not a member of Angela's channel, you should become a member of her channel. Because she had member sprints. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down with my peoples and I'm going to do some writing. It's going to be great. And then I took out my notebook and then I took out my binder. So like I have my handwritten, I have my handwritten notes in here. And then I also have this notebook that Dave Matthews wrote me a note in. You missed last week's episode, you can know about that. 2 weeks episode. I go to open this and the chapter that I have been actively working on is not in here because it's in my desk drawer, because I had it sitting out on my table and then I was like, I need to get this off my desk, and I put it in the drawer instead of where it belongs, in the notebook. So no editing or writing was done on Monday. So it's going to get done tonight. All right. Hold me accountable. You know where the chicken nuggets are. I think probably you know where the chicken nuggets are. If I'm not writing, you just throw one at me. So, okay. Hill says, I don't have time to not get things done. I feel that. and yet here I am somehow finding, I don't know. We're all out here doing our best, my friends. All right, let's get our second 25 minutes on the clock here. Let's share. Stop sharing this screen. Start sharing this screen. There we go. Okay, we got 25 minutes. Get out there and go after all your dreams. I hit reset. No, I didn't. I don't know what it did. There we go. Start the timer. I love you all. I'll see you on the other side. I'm here, y'all. I'm so sorry. Hello. I hope that didn't go off super long ago. I am here. Sorry. I was like, I don't know. I was caught up in, I'm writing. Hey. Hooray. So sorry that I was a minute late. Yeah. I was like, uno momento, por favor. Let me finish this thing. And then I was like, no, say it this way. No, say it this way. No, and then I was like, zero. Oh no. That's what happened. That's what happened. So, I I don't. This is a very facing my face angle. I normally put like something like underneath my laptop so that I get more of a MySpace angle when I'm on camera, but it's hard to type with that under there. So I was like, oh, I'll have plenty of time. I'll pop it back under there. And then I was like, panic. So that's what happened. What had happened was all of those things. So anyway, how'd you do? How'd you do in that sprint? We're about to enter our flow state sprint. So that's a good time for those of us who are suddenly reinvested in our story. I don't know. I have been working on this book for so long now in these like fits and starts and coming back to it and then taking time off of it and life getting in the way and everything. And it's like every time I sit down and I truly take a minute to like get back into it, I'm like, oh, my friends. Like, I know that's maybe cheesy, but I get like, I haven't seen my friends in so long and now I'm hanging out with them. Like, I don't know. Why do I do this, y'all? Why do I not make the time for this? Why do I put, like, I don't know. I need to make the time for it because then I go back to it and I'm like, oh, it's my besties. I can't let them down. They've been waiting for me this whole time. They were just there like, Fox, come back. Hey, we wanted to talk to you about what's going on. You know, I don't know. I'm feeling emotional right now, I guess. I think I'm really hungry too. I think that's not helping. But anyway, so I got, well, let me math it out. Hold on. I will tell you, I will participate in my own comments here. 1-7. I'm doing math. I'm not doing math. I'm typing math onto a keyboard. My calculator is doing math. 176,284 minus. I wrote it down. 176. Okay, it says I only wrote 147 words, but I know it was more than that. So that's not adding up. Anyway, that's what I got done. But I did like I'm so close to finishing the edits on chapter 2. What happened was like chapter 1 and chapter 2. I don't know if y'all are like this, but when you start writing, you're just like figuring it out, and like I have a vague idea of who my characters are and what they're gonna do and what the plot's gonna be and where we're gonna sort of go. But I don't really know them. I don't know their voices. And so the early chapters, especially like chapter 1 and chapter 2, are always just like garbage. And then I get by the time I'm like towards the end of the 50,000 words or whatever, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I know these voices. I know these characters. And so then I go back to work on the first 2 chapters and it's just like, no, I don't, I can't. So the first 2 chapters have taken the longest to edit. And I had reworked chapter 2 like a month ago. And then I kind of like left it and I was like, still not happy with it. And then I just went back and reread it right now. And I was like, no, wait a minute. That was actually okay. That was not bad. I just needed a little bit, like it just kind of trailed off and I just needed to bring it back a little bit more. And then that's what I was working on. And that's why when the timer went off, I was away. I was otherwise. Anyway, how'd y'all do? Lainey's here. Hello. Doing admin stuff. Hello. Rita said, need to grab my journal and write some for the next sprint. Awesome. Kiku's here. Hi, girl. Late because I had to take Ruby to the rail for work, but I'm here now to like the railroad, to like the trains. Or does that mean something that I don't know? Rita says, making supper and then I'll be back. Need to read my craft book. Rita's so on top of it. I need like Heffron reading at night, Rita organization, keeping it real. Like I'm just going to take little bits and pieces from all of y'all. And that's going to make me a whole person. It's because I love you all. Okay, good. Lainey was also distracted. So maybe y'all didn't notice that I went off the timer. Hill says 30 pages done. Proofreads are the easiest part because I go with the if my editor didn't catch it, I'm not gonna attitude. Okay, so you're doing like the proofreads. You're doing like technical, what's the word for it, and not like content proofreading. You're doing proofreading and not editing. Okay, I got you now. Okay, so that does go faster. You're right. Hey, Pascal, hello. Glad to find a sprint. We're here. We're here for a long time. Kiku says you're a discovery writer. Tend to get that while still forming the outline, and you tend to make little role-playing vignettes in order to get better grips. Oh, that's a good idea. I am a serial pantser. I will be pantsing the whole entire way. And I actually, for this book, did a reverse outline like 4 times because I was just getting ahead of myself. And then like I didn't know if it was going to be 1 book or 2 books. And then I think it was Casey or Cassie or Casey and Cassie as a tag team that just sat me down and were like, it's going to be 2 books. It's going to be 2 books. And I was like, okay. And that's how it happened. These are how I tell stories. What happened was, and then I was like, okay. Oh, you have a light rail system. Oh, wait, you're in Pacific Northwest now. Are you in Seattle? We're going to be in Seattle 1 month from today. I'm actually like looking for a hotel to stay. Hill says, oh, okay. Developmental edits yesterday. Okay, that's the word I was looking for. Dev edits. That's what I was looking for. So you were doing that on a different book. Okay. Oh man, you have multiple books going. Y'all are out there crushing it. Doing great. All right, so we're gonna do our 45-minute flow state. Get into the zone. Excuse me, phone. Nobody asked you. Get into our zone. 45-minute sprint. If you need to use the sprint to get a snack or a little treat, you deserve a little treat, and I fully support. Oh, what was that? Did you hear that? Fully support you getting a little treat to enjoy during your 45 minutes. So let's get the timer up here. This is weird because it's showing 40. There we go. It is showing 45. On my tab, it's saying 0, and I was like, what? Oh, you're 20 minutes north of Seattle. Aww. We're going to the gorge, obviously, to see Dave Matthews Band. I hope you all are okay with the wildfire stuff. I've been like kind of following that because we've been getting wildfire smoke here, and I was like, where is this coming from? And it's like Tacoma. I guess if it's Tacoma, it's probably moving east. I'm not Tacoma, Spokane. So if it's Spokane, it's probably moving east. So you're hopefully not getting it, but it's brutal up there. Okay. Gail says, I'm a bit late to the fun. I'm with Sarah. What's a puzzler? Yeah. What's a puzzler? Okay. And spend some of your 45 minutes to tell us what that means. And then, okay, I got to stop running my mouth and get back into my story with my other friends, my paper friends, and y'all are my real friends, digital real friends. Shh, Fox. Shh. I'll see you all in 45 minutes. All right, that was our long sprint. End of sprint number 3. We have one more sprint to go. How did you do on that one? I finished chapter 2. Yay. It just really was just too short. Just kind of got, I don't know, just kind of like fizzled out, and we needed some more to like flesh it out. I mean, we needed to get more of the. So I am writing in split perspective. So every other chapter is Will, and every other chapter is Ambrose. So I really needed to like establish them as characters in those first 2 chapters, and then also establish the dynamic of them with their best friends and roommates. Well, Alice is Will's roommate. V is just Ambrose's best friend. She does not live with Ambrose because he lives in Bombay Beach, and she will have none of that. Because Ambrose is the grandpa. Ambrose is my favorite. Like, I don't know. All my characters are my favorite, but I relate to Ambrose in his grandpa ways. So anyway, so I got that done, and I started in on chapter 3, making some changes there. Just kind of like, I have a tendency when I write, well, this was written for Nano, 2023 is when I started it. Nano 2020, yes, because that was the last year of Nano. So I have a tendency to be like, go to where I know the plot is going when I need to get the words in. And so sometimes I will just like write a shorter chapter because I know that like get some of this information down and I know what's coming next. So I think that's what happened here. So I'm kind of just making these a little bit. I want all of my chapters to be 26 pages long so that this is just like a Game of Thrones style massive book for you all to read in the pool or under the covers after dark with your flashlight. These are your options. So anyway, but it does feel good to be writing again. And now I'm like, I want to go to Palm Springs. So I gotta think about that. When can I go to Palm Springs next? Let's see what everybody else. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of chat going on here, friends. All right. Some of this was like before the break, before the sprint, and then during the sprint there. So Hill says, actively working on 5 different books in different stages. Don't ask me how, nobody knows, not even me. I think that's the only way that one can do that many things at once, is to just kind of go with it and not really understand it. Oh, okay, good. Everything is good there. Okay, awesome. Yes, and please, yes, definitely. We're just going to be in Seattle. We're coming in like late at night because husband and John have to both work most of the day on Wednesday when we come out, and then we're leaving to drive to the Gorge the next day. But let's look at our schedules, because like let's get together for coffee or something before I am flying out of town. Okay. Here, Gail says a puzzler is part plotter, part pantser, who doesn't always write a story in order. We put it together piece by piece. Oh, okay. So you might write something like further down the line that you know is going to happen, and then be like, okay, to connect these pieces, I need this other. Oh, okay, I got you. I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Hill says, my friend is a puzzle writer, and seeing her process always breaks my brain. It's so funny how we all have our own ways that it works for us, or it doesn't work for us, and we struggle through it anyway. That's me. But I love it. I love seeing everybody's different tactics and methodologies and stuff. Oh, wait, Gail, you're also in Washington State. Okay. And it's a little treat. I love it. Okay, what did I just, the chat just jumped on me. Sorry. Lynette says, I'm here. It's dessert project night. Have your music on. Dessert project? What kind of dessert? Are you making a project with your dessert? What? Oh my gosh. And now we got chocolate. Y'all, I am starving. I don't need this. Finish the proofread with some cursing and chocolate. Oh no. What did I do? Oh, was this because I actually wrote? Thank you. By the time I like get to the current comments, my brain is like all the way over there. Intuitive editing craft book. Oh, I've never heard of that one. Okay. Are you liking it? Is it helpful? Intuitive editing. That sounds like something I'd be interested in. Gail got 573 words. Awesome. Good job. Kiku says, 0 idea how many words happened, but edited 12 paragraphs. That is great. Awesome. Yeah, with editing, was it Cassie was trying to explain like how she does her, counts her words or words when she's editing. And I was like, I feel like it's hard enough for me to edit. And if I try to add something to it, then I'm just going to be like, so I kind of like sometimes right now I'm like adding stuff to I guess I did nothing. I didn't delete anything new. These were chapters that were like a little bit short and didn't have strong transitions. So the thing that connects the thing to the thing, it didn't have strong of those. So I was actually writing more. So I didn't tell the word count. I did 457 words on that sprint. So very exciting. I did go back, like, as the plot went on, I was like, oh, they're going to have this. Oh, they're going to have this, like this thing that ties them to the past. So it's like a time loop. There's like 2 different time loops going on. There's a 1-year time loop at the lodge. And then in their lives, there's a 5-year time loop. So, but I wanted them to have like, they have these like bad memories and this like PTSD of the past, but I wanted them to have like something positive. Oh, Cassie's here. Hi. I was talking about you. So anyway, so I wanted them to have these like a positive thing that they remember that ties them to the past. So then I was like, well, now I have to go back to the very beginning of the book and make sure that I mention it, because it's like when you were a competitive dancer and you had a prop, you're like, I want to have a prop this year for my solo. If you had a prop in the beginning, you have to come back to that prop by the end. You can't just have the prop in the beginning and then forget about it, because the judges did not like that. So if I'm going to have these little things in the end, I need to plant the seed in the beginning. Oh, yeah. Sometimes I sound like I know what I'm talking about. Oh, boy. Woo. Okay. Lynette says, it's a side project I can work on after I meet my deliverables for my main project. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's like a little fun treat. It's a little treat. Cheers with my Alani, my little treat. Oh, Pasca, awesome. Crossed the 80K threshold. That is amazing. Everybody's doing so good. Look, Gail said that you all don't have to throw chicken nuggets at me. I'm so happy. Although I'm so hungry, I would probably be fine with a chicken nugget. It is a sweet treat. Love it. And here's Cassie, because I was talking about her. I Beetlejuiced her into the room, everybody. Rewrite the whole thing every time so you count them all. I love it. Rita says, the book's pretty good. Mastermind group suggested it, and we often discuss it. And it's Tiffany Yates Martin. Okay, I'm going to have to put this on my list to check out. Oh, you can relate to needing to write more transition chapters. Yeah, it's like, I would just be like, okay, I got the whatever I wanted to happen happened, and now I'm like, okay. And then we went to bed. Bye. And I was like, no, we need to make this flow, okay? I'm so glad somebody is here for the time loop. Next book will be a YA horror with a bit of a loop, and I can't wait to get into the next draft. Yes, I love time loops. I don't know why. Mine's not exactly like Groundhog Day style time loop, but because we don't have the same scenes repeating over and over, but we have the years repeating over and over. Yes, that sounds. I was thinking of you. Wait, what was I? Oh, now I gotta remember. There was something I read that was like spooky and so good, and I was thinking about you, Cassie, and I can't remember what it was now. Okay, it'll come to me, and I'll have to tell you. Okay, all right, let's do our final sprint. Womp womp. 25 minutes. One last sprint. I was gonna say we could keep going, but I do need to like eat and shower and get to bed because I have to work tomorrow. So we will do just one more 25-minute sprint. Everybody stay in your flow state, stay in your zone. And stop sharing, start sharing. See, my transitions when I have to go into the stream are not good. I'm like, share. Also, wait a minute. I was looking for something. I was researching something about Fiestaware because Ambrose is a grandpa. And I found this like hideously ugly, I love it so much, Fiestaware pitcher. I don't use a pitcher. I'm not serving iced tea to my book club. Like, I don't know why I need it, but I need it. So I was like, husband, if you bought this for me, could you hold on to it until I reach your writing goal? And he was like, it's bought. So I have to come up with what my goal will be that will get me. Here's Sarah's getting like cool things from George. She's getting like Coach planner covers and like little new iPad thingies. And I'm getting a 1980s Fiestaware picture with a cow on the front. Why am I like this, y'all? Okay, 25 minutes. I will see you all at the end of our final sprint. All right, that is our final sprint of the evening. I feel like this time went so fast. I did get some more writing done on chapter 3. I feel like I'm getting to a point where I need to switch back to more handwritten. I feel like I can edit better and revise better handwriting than I can on the screen, because then I end up like deleting and then forgetting what I deleted, and then I don't know, stresses me out. So I think that's what I'm going to do for tomorrow night. I'm going to try to get back into making the edits more in here, or the notes in here, and then transposing into the book. So we also went on an accidental deep dive in one of our friend group chats about this brand of bread that we used to have in the 90s in Pittsburgh called Town Talk, which apparently was owned by Wonder Bread, but it had like a regional label, which was Town Talk, which was like this orange and yellow. Like I don't know why my friend John just like mentioned it, and I was like instantly an image and a flood of memories about this specific 1980s and 90s bread. So then like there was a nostalgia post on Reddit, so I did scroll through that a little bit, discussing how someone made a t-shirt that said on your sandwich today and in your boots tomorrow, because it was like the perfect size that like your parents would like have you put it in your boots when it was snowy so that you didn't get your boots, the inside of your boots. You know how it goes. Anyway, how'd everybody do on that one? We'll start wrapping up here shortly. Gail said, if Fiesta Wear Picture Wear sounds like a great reward for reaching your goal. Thanks. Surround yourself with things that bring you joy. Here, let me see. Stop sharing my timer. Share briefly. See if this works. This is it. I don't know if you can see. It's like, I'm trying to zoom it in, but it won't zoom any further than that. That's the picture. I don't know why I love it. The cow, it looks like, I don't know. There's something about the cow that reminds me of Layla Grace. I don't know. So this is what I don't know what I'm probably just going to put like pens in it or something, or just have it as a decoration. I don't think I'm going to use it actually at the dinner table, but that is, that's what, that's my first Sweetie store gift, present, prize. Come on, get the words here. Oh, Ange is here. Hi. I'm glad to see you pop in. I need to do some stretching tonight too before bed, so that's very good inspiration. So, okay, tomorrow on our sprint. Oh, you are welcome. Thank you for being here. I know, isn't it? There's something about the little cow's face that just like, she looks so pleasant, and she reminds me of Layla Grace for some reason. And I was like, I need this. I love Fiesta Wear stuff. Like, and so I saw that and I was like, my Pinterest boards for this book are like completely unhinged, because it's set in the one time loop is like current day, but the other time loop is 1989. And so like a lot of it, the scenes and the flashbacks and stuff that they find are set in the 80s. So it's like all this like unhinged 80s stuff. And so my Pinterest board is like all these just like bizarro 80s pop culture things. And we did not put bread in our shoes. Fiesta Wear is actually based out of West Virginia, so it is like an hour and like 15 minutes from Pittsburgh. The Fiesta Wear factory. I don't know. It's not related to Fiestas at all. It's in West Virginia, but it's a you now, like, once you know what Fiesta Wear is, you will like see it everywhere, because like a lot of restaurants will use it like for bread plates, or for, you know, serving, like not so much serving dishes, but we see it a lot for like bread plates, or like appetizer plates and stuff. But I love them. They do all kinds of like not custom designs, but like unique designs. And like, then they're very big on like their retired stuff. So like they'll have something that is out a limited time, and then they'll retire that color, and then people will be like collectors, and they do a big factory sale every year. It's a huge thing. Look up Rick Sebak, Rick, and then Sebak, Rick Sebak. He's from Pittsburgh. He does these like Pittsburgh videos, like all about Pittsburgh pop culture and history, and you know, touristy stuff, and a tourist in your own city kind of things. And he has a whole thing about the Fiesta Wear factory tours, and people will line up at like 3 or 4 in the morning, because they want to get, like, they'll do sales, and like their sales are like you'll see things that are on clearance and it's like $4 off. So it does get kind of pricey. But I love some of their stuff, and it's very, very good quality. Most of the stuff is like dishwasher safe, microwave safe, so that's nice too. But Yeah, and Ambrose, being an old grandpa, like loves vintage stuff like that. Like, so that's his collection. But we did not put bread in our shoes. The bread bag that you had, your bread would come in the plastic bag. That was like perfect to protect your shoes from moisture, your boots, your snow boots. It was not the bread. Oh, I'm glad you're excited for Chalet Chalet. I am gonna start doing I have a Substack now that I used for like a week and then I have not used. I'm gonna start posting like some little like snippets and stuff there to try to like feel like a real writer. We'll see. I'm just like the radioactive Fiesta work. Yes. Speaking of Washington, when we went to the Hannaford. It's part of there's 3 parts of the Manhattan Project, and Hannaford, Washington is one of them. And we went when we were at Labor Day weekend, 2022, so 4 years ago. And my friend Michelle and I, who always end up on like weird nuclear things when we go on Davecation, we always find like something like radioactive or nuclear themed. And we went to the Hannaford site there, and they had a little Geiger counter, and they had like all these different things. And I was so happy. It was like perfectly Fox themed. It's like, take the Geiger counter and see how much radiation, how radioactive all these things were. And the Fiesta, where it was like, and I was like, oh no, we got to test anything we bring home from the flea. We can't just be bringing home everything. Pascal says, slowing the pace at which my character learns magic so it seems earned rather than convenient. It's not as easy when the plot is moving quickly. Oh yeah, that kind of pacing stuff. You want it to feel like super organic and not rushed, but then you're like, we need you to know this, so get on with it. Totally understand that. All right, everybody. Tomorrow, okay, now that we talked about Fiesta wear, tomorrow, let me see if Sarah D does the early mornings on Mondays. Is she tomorrow? Yes. These are all in Eastern time. 6 a.m. Eastern, Sarah D will be sprinting. 8:30 a.m. will be Kay. Rita is at noon, and then Inca is at 6 p.m. Those are all Eastern time. So hopefully I will be at work all of those hours, so I probably won't see anybody, unfortunately. But those are your options for sprinting tomorrow. And I hope everybody has a great night. Thank you all for being here with me. I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. You're all doing an amazing job. I will see you at some point this week. I'm going to look at the calendar tomorrow morning and do a pop-up sometime on one of my days off this week. I'm going to try to do like focused writing this week. So if I do a pop-up, that will help me stay on track of that. So I will be around some other point this week. Otherwise, I'll see you all somewhere on the internet here. So thank you all